Hey Lisa, it's Leslie. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving and I'm super excited to be back into the sheet critique class here, business critique. So I'm just going to dive right in on your pricing. Okay, so I see that you offer three different sessions here for seniors. And your first one, the fashionista, um, the only um, thing I would say is that's a lot of stuff for a little bit of money. The 350 seems, some people might say, oh, that seems like a lot, but you're giving a lot of stuff within that one um, session. So I don't know. That's my only thing is making sure you get enough money for all that you're giving. So I would figure out how much time it's taken you to do all of those things and see if that works out to be enough money per hour. And if not, then I would up that a little bit. Let's see. And I've done BFF sessions and I think they're great, but I think for something like this, I would take that off. I think it should just be a conceptual and senior session for one person. Um, I guess the reason is because I'd hate for two people to come in and expect them to get all of this and then you're really not making any money because you're doing two different ones. So I would probably take that off. That's my personal opinion. Okay, so then the chic one is 195. 1 hour in professional hair makeup. Again, I mean you're given a lot of stuff for a little bit of money. So I would again look at how much time you are spending on all of this, and that includes anything before, during, and after. Well, before and during the session at least, and any follow up after, and all of that stuff. You need to make sure that you're getting enough per hour. So I would figure that out, and then look at that price and see if you think you need to go up. I can't tell you how many hours you spend, but I mean, emailing, setting up the order appointment, setting up the makeup appointment, the styling consultation, all of these things take hours of your time and you're only making 195. So I would just make sure that you are really getting enough here. Unlimited outfits, my suggestion to that is put in parentheses as time allows. Um, just because if you don't want to, I mean, I would put it up here. I think it looks like you've got that down here, but I would put it up here because I would hate for somebody not to see this, and you really just need to make sure they understand that it's as time allows. Um, and then I don't know that I'd do an up to 3 hour session. I think I'd change this to 2 hours at the most because I just think for that price, you're giving them a lot more than what they're paying you. Okay, and then you've got your mod session, which is your basic 1 hour session, two outfits, styling, coaching. So yeah, okay. I think this one probably could be up a little bit more, and that one could be up a little bit more. The mod, 125, 150 ish, probably a good starting point there. So overall, I think these are great things to offer. I just think you might need to up your pricing a little bit because I think the time you are spending on each of these things is probably worth more than what you're actually charging. That's my guess. Okay, so then you've got your a la carte stuff here with some double-sided wallets. My thing with double-sided wallets, I don't know where you get yours from, but I order mine from ProDPI, and they don't come in sets of 8, 48, 72, and 96. I kind of think they only come in like 50 or something. So maybe you're using a different lab, or maybe I'm wrong there, but for some reason, every time I've ordered double-sided, I think I've had to order like 50 of them. So I don't know. I guess my point is there's too many options. I would just say double-sided wallets come in a set of 48 or whatever. And just because, I mean, to sit there and order 8, that's just, I don't know, not worth your time, really. So I think I would maybe do like a 50 set and maybe like 100 set or something like that. So I wouldn't give this many options. And just glancing at your pricing, I'm thinking that you might could up these prices a little bit. But you know, without knowing what all goes into your um, photos here, I can't tell you an exact amount, but what I can tell you is sit here and figure out everything that goes into ordering a print. In other words, your time to order the print, your packaging of the print, your shipping if there is any, if you mount things, if you do the UV special thing that some labs offer, the price of the actual print, all of those things, and then take that price and either double or triple it just as a starting point. You can do anything over that, but that's just at least some sort of starting point. I mean, I would definitely say triple it, but you know, if you feel more comfortable with just doubling it, that's fine too. It's really, but you need to make sure your a la carte prints are priced high enough that it makes your collections look very attractive. Because obviously, the things that are in collections are a little bit cheaper than if they were. Excuse me, I'm yawning. If they were to be able to order that a la carte, so I might would up these prices a little bit, but like I said, do some research and find out exactly every single thing that you are putting into it. And if you want to send me that, and then I can give you a price that I think you should charge. So, okay, so these look like maybe these aren't mounted and these are mounted, and that's great. I think a gift print to me ends at an 8 by 10, and 11 by 14 comes down here for a wall print, but that's just me. I mean, you know, you can do that however you want to. I definitely think mounting these is good, but like I say, you need to make sure that those prices are in there and that you're making, you know, triple really. Okay, canvases. That's great. Please inquire for additional sizes. I think that's great. I think what you're offering is really great. I just think that maybe you need to up these prices a little bit. So let's see here. So your custom designed albums, okay. You got 8 by 8, a 10 by 10, and a 12 by 12. Those are good. Again, same thing. When you're pricing albums, you need to figure out the time it takes you to design, set up, and order the album. You need to factor in the cost of the album, the shipping of the album, and all of that good stuff. And you may very well have already done this, but they seem a little low, so that's the only reason I'm wondering. If you've upped it quite enough from however much it costs. So yeah, I would look at that and make sure that you're getting, like I say, double or triple, but most likely triple is what you need to try to get. And that, like I say, that's just a suggestion. It's not an absolute. You can do more than that, but you just need to make sure that you're, you know, that you're getting paid for it. Um, those are the suggestions there. You've got some announcements, thank you cards. Those are good. Okay. And then you've got your digital. Okay, so 5 on a CD. Let's see, that's $4.75. 5. Yeah, okay, that's a good price. I like that a lot. That's $95 per image, so that's good. And actually, I love how you've got the Fab Five. That's cute. I think that's cute because they can pick their top 5. That's perfect. So I think that's awesome. It looks like your session CD is good. A good price. How many images are you given? Because I'd divide that out and see how much that was. So if you're given 50 images, let's just say 1,200 divided by 50. Yeah, that's about $25 an image. That's pretty good for the entire CD. Now, if they're buying them individually, I would make sure they're more than that, obviously. So if for some reason they just wanted to buy one or something like that, I would make sure it's like $100 per image or something. That way these two things seem a little more attractive. Now, one thing is you have these things as additions. Does that mean they have to buy one of these things up here before they can buy this? That's just a question. I would maybe have all of this be your a la carte stuff, and then maybe do packages or collections that included some of your top sellers. And maybe your top package could be this digital CD for $1,200 or something like that. That's another way to do it. Yeah, so that's another thing I would do. Um, okay, and you've got that. Okay, yeah, so you've got your packages down here. Okay, good. So yeah, I definitely think that this stuff is a la carte-ish, and then this is packages. But I think that I guess what I'm confused, I guess I'm curious as to if any clients ever buy this stuff up here and then do this as an addition. Is that what they do, or do they simply buy collections? I would think that most people would want to go the collection route. I think the I don't know. The thing I guess I'm having a little, I don't know that I like this. I think the session CD should be big as a package or collection, whatever you want to call it, and not necessarily as an addition. And maybe you could even charge more than that if you do it that way. So that's just a suggestion. I do like the Fab Five CD for the addition. I think that's great. But I would want to know here, and maybe you need to even put this out there, is can they just buy this, any one of these items, and that's it? Addition implies that they have to buy something else first, and if that's the case, then you need to put that on there. So that's just kind of what my question with that. Okay, then the portrait collection, 10 gift prints. Okay, so let me see here, 10 gift prints. I'm just gonna jot this down real quick. Let's see. So let's say they do $45 times 10. That's $450. Okay. And then you're doing 100 double-sided wallets, which you have for about $200. Okay. So now we're up to $650. Okay. And then we've got a 10 by 10 custom designed album, which 10 by 10 is $9.99. Okay. All right, we're up to $16.49 right now with that collection. And then you've got the CD in there and a custom design case. So that's $1,200 at least, plus the case, which is not really priced out, but that costs some money. So let's see, let's just add $1,200. Individually, it's going to be every bit of $2,800, $2,850. Okay. Okay, so right here, maybe I added wrong, but our two values don't really match. So I have $28.49 and you have $27.79. So maybe you're doing a different size print when it comes to the 10 prints to come up with that. But I would do your value at if they got all as 11 by 14s. Okay, so let's see. And so $28.49 minus 19. Okay, yeah, I think that's probably a good price point there. 1950 is good to keep, right under $2,000 because 2,000 seems like so much more, even though it's not. So I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's great. It's a good package. It does have everything in it, so that's good. You could even add another package here and maybe not so much stuff, but have the CD as a package, at like 12.50 or something like that. That way you've got two really great high packages and these two push toward those two. That's a suggestion. Like I say, I might do like the CD and a custom designed CD case and maybe a wall print or some other item per se, maybe 5x7s of some of the images or something like that, and you could do like a 12.50 package, or I don't know, even a $1,400 package, which would be awesome to have in there because then you could really push that as well. So anyway, that's a suggestion. I think these packages look great though. I really do. I just the only thing I would say is this digital pack here. I may would call it something different, only because it may be perceived as the digital images. So maybe I would say, I don't know, clever Facebook 5 or something like that pack. That way they know that they're not the same as digital images. And that they see that right off the bat. I mean, I know you've got it explained down here, but maybe I still would change the name so it attracts a different, like they can see that right off the bat because of the name. So I might would change that. That might be a good thing to change. And then let's see, you've got the Fab 5 with CD. 5x7 gift print of each. 50 double wallets. Okay. The bottom package needs to be the very bare minimum. So I would not do the 5x7 gift prints of each and just do the Fab 5 CD and the double-sided wallets or something like that. I mean, I like the 5x7s. I think that's good. So basically they're going to be able to get the high resolution 5 and the 5x7 gift prints. I don't know. I just think the bottom package needs to be the very, very bare minimum and maybe not even include digitals. I might would put the digitals up in one of these in the second package as opposed to this low package. I mean, you just want your low package to really just be the bare minimum and not necessarily where they could get some of what they really want cheaper. So I don't know. That's just a question I have there with that. But other than that, I think it looks great. I mean, I think your branding is in there. I think the ideas behind this is great. I think the prices seem great. I just would, like I say, just make sure you've got enough time figured out in there that you're making some money and that you're upping these prices accordingly. But overall, I think it looks awesome. I think you're doing a great job. I like what you have offered. And from there, I mean, I know you said that you change your pricing often. It's okay to change it. It's just you have to listen to what your clients are buying. So, in other words, if in the future you realize that, oh, they're not buying albums or whatever, then you don't offer that, and that's what you change. Or if they're not buying announcements, then you don't offer that. Or if they want something different that you haven't been offering, you can add that. It's okay to do that. Just listen to your clients and listen to what it is they're buying. Which one of these packages are they mostly buying? I would want. In fact, if you could send me that, I'd be interested. I'm curious as to which one they're buying most, and whichever one it is, that needs to be the one that says most popular package. So because people tend to sort of buy what everybody else buys. So I think that would be a good thing to add. But like I say, I think you're doing a really great job. Just really make sure you are pricing everything to make you some money. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.